So the topic is microscopic evaluation of crude drugs. This evaluation is useful to identify the adulterants present in the crude drug. So we have discussed different types of the evaluation method. So one is the organoleptic evaluation, second one is microscopic evaluation, chemical evaluation, physical evaluation, and biological evaluation. So out of this, today I will cover microscopic or anatomical evaluation. This method allows a more detailed examination of a drug, and it can be used to identify organized drugs by their known histological characters. Before examination through a microscope, the material must be suitably prepared. This can be done by powdering, cutting in section of the drug. So importance of this microscopic evaluation, it is necessary in initial identification of herbs, identification of small fragments of crude or powdered drug. So in microscopical evaluation, two types of microscopic evaluations are there, transverse microscopy and powder microscopy. This method is used for identification of drugs on cellular level. It is used to determine structure of organized drugs by their histological characters. It includes examination of whole, certain parts or powder crude drugs. Histological characters, size, shape and relative position of cells and tissues. Chemical nature of the cell wall, fragment of plant cells or tissues. For example, calcium oxalate crystals, starch grains, size and shape of starch grains, cell content, etc. For example, Nux vomica have lignified trichomes. Fennel contains vascular bundle which are surrounded by reticulated parenchyma and shows the presence of vitae which secrete volatile oil. Now what is microchemistry? Microchemistry, sometimes small quantities of chemical reagent are used on section of highlight specific cells or structures. Thus, the use of small quantities of drugs and chemical reagent in microscopy, it is known as microchemistry. So the reagents are a drop of chloroglucinol and concentrated hydrochloric acid. It gives red stain with lignin. So one can identify lignin by the staining reagent chloroglucinol and concentrated hydrochloric acid. So once the transverse section, it is stained with the chloroglucinol and concentrated hydrochloric acid. So in that transfer section, wherever the lignin is present, those part it becomes red. Now mucilage, how one can identify the mucilage? Mucilage is stained pink with ruthenium red. So staining reagent ruthenium red, when it is added in the mucilage containing drug, it gives pink color. When treated with coralline soda and few drops of sodium carbonate solution, cellulose swells and dissolve in coxam. Starch one can identify by adding N by 50 iodine solution. It gives blue color to the starch grain and hemicellulose. Now these are the parameters for the microscopic evaluation. In that, Liv constant, Palisade ratio, stomatal number, stomatal index, vein islet number, vein termination number. Other parameters, stomata, trichomes or plant hairs, calcium oxalate crystals. Quantitative microscopy, it is a Lycopodium spore method. So today I will discuss only the Liv constant. Palisade ratio, it represents the average number of palisade cells beneath one epidermal cell using 4 continuous epidermal cells for the count. It is determined from powder drug with the help of camera lucida. Example, Atropa belladonna it contains 5 to 70. 7.0. Adatoda vasica 5.5 to 6.5. Cassia angustifolia 5.5 to 10, the upper layer, and 4.0 to 7.5 lower layer. Digitalis lanata 2.5 to 6.5. Now stomatal number. The definition of stomatal number, the average number of stomata present per square millimeter of the epidermis, it is known as stomatal number. For example, Atrapa belladonna, upper epidermis, it contains 7 to 10 stomata. Lower epidermis, 77 to 115. Datura metal, upper epidermis, 147 to 160. Lower epidermis, 200 to 209. Ocimum sanctum, upper epidermis 64 to 72, lower epidermis 175 to 250. Next is the stomatal index. It is the percentage proportion of the number of stomata to the total number of epidermal cells. Stomatal number varies considerably with the age of the leaf, but stomatal index relatively constant for a given species. Means here the stomatal number, when you take 3 years old plant stomatal number, then the number is same, but after 6 months again you take the stomatal number, then it may vary. So it varies with the age of the leaf, but stomatal index, it remains constant for a given species. Now stomatal index, it is calculated by stomatal index is equal to stomatal number into 100 divided by E plus S. So S is equal to number of stomata per unit area. E is equal to number of epidermal cells in the same unit area. Example, Atropa belladonna, upper epidermis, there is no stomata, while lower epidermis 20.2 to 23 to 0.03. So references, the book Kokate C.K. Purohit A.P. Gokhale S.B. Pharmacognosy Nirali Prakashan 2007. Another book is Evans, Trezen, Evans, Pharmacognosy. Publisher is Elsewhere 2009. Thank you.